So looking at this one here, this has got e's in it, but if we look closely at this, this is actually squared minus squared. So this is actually a difference of squares. So I can actually express this as e to the x plus 1 times e to the x minus 1. And that's going to give us squared minus squared. The reason why I want to do that is we now have a common factor in the denominator and numerator. So we're going to be left with e to the x minus 1. Okay, so that fraction just simplifies to that. Here's same thing. We have this quadratic. It's hard to recognize it's a quadratic, but if you notice that's a to the x squared minus a to the x minus 6. This is a quadratic. Okay, so it's going to factor to 2a to the x. It's going to be minus, looks like minus 3. Okay, and then it's going to be a to the x plus 2. Okay, just double checking that works out. Negative 3a to the x. Actually, I think I've got my negatives and positives backwards here, don't I? Okay, so that should be plus and minus here. Okay, because that's going to give me negative 4a to the x, positive 3a to the x, which gives me the negative 1a to the x on top. Okay, and I should have kind of guessed that because that denominator there matches one of my factors. Okay, so I end up with a to the x minus 2. Again, these two factors are going to cancel out, so I'm left with 2a to the x plus 3 when that all simplifies. Okay, so let's solve some equations here. These are solving equations. There's two ways to get rid of logs. One is to make log equals log, and then we could drop the logs, or we can use the definition of log and convert it to exponent. Now this one's kind of set up where it's already log equals log, so we're going to maybe make the logs equal to each other and then drop the logs. Okay, so we have x minus 2, and this is going to be log base 3 of x squared. Okay, we just have to remember that we have to check our solutions for extraneous solutions, because if we get negatives in here, that's not going to work out. But now we have our log equals log, same log, so that we can just say that arguments, if the exponents are equal and the bases are equal, the arguments must also be equal. Okay, so then we end up with a quadratic x squared minus x plus 2 equals 0. That factors x minus 2, x minus 1 equals, oh sorry, that's going to be, oh that doesn't factor, does it? Let's double check that. Okay, two numbers that multiply to 2 and positive 2 and have a difference of 1. Sorry, has a sum of 1. Okay, that doesn't exist, and it looks like if I actually try to solve this, I'm thinking that this might not have, this may have a negative discriminant. Okay, so let's put that in our quadratic formula. Plus minus 1 minus 4 times 1 times 2 divided by 2. Yeah, that's going to be plus minus square root of negative 7. Okay, there's no real solution anyways. Okay, so there's no solution here. Okay,